Now we're going to take you and show you the XP2, just a few more features. Right now there's 62 months, 60 months, or 72 months, no interest. 72 months gives you a longer time to pay it off, which is great. Brother usually don't do that, so we just want to show you a few things. We're not going to bore you. You know, some videos wear you out because you're going, okay, I understand all that. Let's go. So I won't do that to you, but I just want to touch with the wonderful features. And if I miss any, don't hold it against me. Don't send me ugly messages. When you're in front of the camera, you forget everything. So I'm going to do my best to share with you the great features of the XP2. So Lori, let's go over to the XP2. Wonderful machine. What's wonderful, you've got this big screen that you can see with seasoned dies, and you go, well, why would I want to upgrade or update or buy a bigger machine? Well, you know, with where we're at, we're staying home a lot more. You're going to learn on this machine for years to come, but then there's going to be a newer machine come out that all you guys are going to want. They'll probably come out this year in August with an XP3, and I'm sure it'll make coffee by then. But what's really nice about this machine is it's so user-friendly. You say, well, what kind of classes? Well, I don't feel classes is going to do as much as you getting in front of your machine. We will give you a demo. We'll take you through it. This design book, the XP, we always put this in with it. Now, this doesn't come with a manual because it comes with videos, that operational videos, shows you how to use it, the principle of buttons, troubleshooting, maintenance, the list goes on. It's one of the most wonderful machines. It's got videos. It even tells you how on the design center to put your design in, and the list goes on. But what's really nice is you just close out of it. You can go into your sewing, and it says that the what's another nice feature with this machine, you don't have to take your embroidery arm off unless you just want to. You can sew with it on. If you finished an embroidery, like such as the blanks that we were just showing you, you can take your foot off and change it immediately to your J foot and do your decorative stitches. You can do whatever. One of the nice features, which it has all kinds of decorative stitches. It has buttonholes that you can do that are extremely large if you're doing pillows, anything like that. And it also has it sews 45, it sews 45 down, and it does it with the zigzag, and it also does it with a straight stitch. And if you're straight stitching and you're in this screen, you can just push 5-07 and it immediately takes you to sewing. If you're stitching in the ditch, you're one of those people that likes to do your own quilts at home and do your own designs, this is perfect for stitching in the ditch. The screen, the work area is what I mean, and the lighting system is phenomenal. You don't have to have extra lights with this machine because it's so well lit. One of the other things that I think is nice is the screen that shows you, not that one, I'm trying to show them, Lori, the grid, if you want to get a little closer right there. Here's what's really nice about this system too. Let me pull out. The threading system works the same with any Brother machine, but But you can see the grid on the screen. You can also, with the embroidery, you can put your design down. You can use the snowman if you want to do it at an angle like this. You put the snowman there. I was looking for some snowmen, and I forgot to get them out of the box, but it just goes on, and it can show you grid, it can show you color. I mean, the list, it changes the color depending on, I like the green because it really shows well. It shows you, the laser light shows you exactly where it's going to sew. It's wonderful. It also has, if you want to fill a bobbin, a third, a half, or full, your threading system. You can take this off and put your bigger base to hold your bigger threads. Needle up, needle down. The list goes on. Just so many new features that are on there. It has a built-in scanner in this machine. You can scan your kids' handprints, anything like that, and then you can turn it into an embroidery design. So what more could you ask for? Right now with the 60 months, the 72 months, and this is the largest frame. It's a 10 by 5/8 by 16. And what's really nice about these big frames is it latches like this. You can take it out. Because the biggest challenge sometimes is getting something down into the frame, but a lot of times I free float now everything I do because I don't want to push it down into the frame and disfigure it. But as you look, I'll take us back home. What's really nice is we all still love Disney, and there's so many designs in Disney. In the list, you got tons of Disney. You got Pluto in here. So, and if you set it, and what's really nice about this screen versus the other machines, there's nothing wrong with the other machines. That's not what I'm saying. But when you want to go to the next level up with your embroidery, this is the way to go. It shows you the 100%. It shows you that it's a 2.76 and a 3.88. Gives you the colors. It's set for Floriani. That's what we sell in the store. And gives you the layout, exactly what it's going to stitch at the time that you're doing it. It gives you every color. And if you've got to go make you a cup of coffee, you got 3 minutes. And then if you really have to add the cream and stuff, such as Kelly and Lori, you need the 5 minutes. You can get it made, go back another 5 minutes, and get it done. It tells you it's going to take 13 minutes, but by the time you set your machine up and everything, you're probably looking at 45 minutes to an hour to get it positioned right. You know, people says embroidery should just take 5-10 minutes. All I want is my initials, but it's the prep work, just as in sewing with embroidery, that takes time. And so people says, you're not going to charge more than $5 for that, are you? And of course they're not thinking. We've got 4 different threads we're using here. We've got a stabilizer. You know, our expertise with whoever's doing it. You know, you have to embroidery a lot to get good at it and get good at your placement. It doesn't matter what type of machine that you have, but you have to use it or you lose it. And it also gives you this little arrow across, and it tells you exactly where it's going to start. And what's nice is you can do the runaround and you can see, and after it finishes the stitching, then it will go to the next one so that you know that Pluto is going to be next. So the better the machine that you have, the better that it works. And one other thing is this is wireless. If you have a scan and cut, it works with it. You know, Kimberbell sends you the files where you can cut out and you can just stitch away. But this has wireless internet. If you need to upgrade your machine, update it, You can go to your wireless, and it shows the wireless is off on this machine. I can cut it on here. It makes it that easy. You can do your machine name, sewing machine. It could be Lucy May or Betty Sue, whatever. And then you push OK. If you want to put your app on it, you can do so. And then you go into this. This is your system. Every machine should have this if it's in the Brother, the higher end. It gives you a list of the things that you need to look for as far as if you want to change. I always cut my automatic censoring, fabric censoring system on so that the machine knows the thickness of the machine. Any machine that we use in Brother, if you see it's outlined in 7.5, that means that that's the manufacturing layout of the machine. And I'll go through a few so that you can see the pivoting height. When you start changing your heights, your free motion, whatever, remember to go back, because I've had customers come in and they have raised their embroidery foot up, and so when they go to do their next embroidery, it's looping on the top because the machine was not set back to the manufacturing instructions. So this is real simple to use. The endpoint setting, temporary stop, you can cut that on. Reinforcement, priority, you can do that. The stitch page, you can do that. The language, of course, I guess we're all English as of now. The volume, I always cut my volume up because I'm running around doing different things in the store. Needle position, stitch placement, you can turn that on. You have a variety of things. You can cut your lighting down, but why would you want to do that? Because you need to see. The echo system, it shuts off at a certain time, the screensaver. You can also put your mouse with it if you want to. You can plug it in. The system, this machine is so user-friendly that it's just wonderful. And it shows you the pointer, it's the pointer shape. It shows you the camera position. It shows you so many things, and it tells you what version you're on. So if you need to do an update, you can go to your laptop or your computer. You can hit your wireless right here, and you can upgrade your machine that way, and you can look at your thread, your service count, the scan and cut connection. It's real easy to do with the certification, so you have that so you know the version. Updating your machine, we updated Christy's yesterday, and she needed 2 updates, so you know you need to keep an eye on that. Go to your Brother website and look at your machine and see if the updates, if you need to update, you would look at the version on your laptop or your computer desktop, and it would tell you Christy's was a 3.02, and we took hers up to a 3.10. So I'm just using that as an example so that you know. The maximum speed on these machines go to 1,050. I never leave it on 1,050. I back it down. I don't want to do it. I never mess with my tension, whether I'm sewing or embroidery. If there's something going on, then it's probably my thread, my bobbin, a needle. So I check all those things, but I don't ever mess with this because Brother has fine-tuned every machine that I know of to where you don't mess with tension. No, I just don't. Now here's where we talked earlier about the embroidery foot height. I never change it. You see it's blacked out, so that's the manufacturing setup from the machine. I don't bother it. If you was doing a heavy jean jacket, you might raise your foot. You know, that's going to be determined when you get to that area. Embroidery foot, automatic down, I leave it off. And this is a machine that we don't touch other than to show it or sew on it. Now you have the options with the inches or The milliliters, I don't mess with those. The thread color is set up for Floriani. If you used a different type, this gives you everything that's out there. Silky, Madeira, you know what country, embroidery, so it goes on and on. Embroidery basting distance, if you want it to be smaller, you have that option. You can do a background color, and you can select here, and you just go okay, and then it would show up. So the list, fabric thickness, I always cut that on embroidery foot with the pointer adjustment. That's up to you. With the background display, with your camera, this comes with a camera and a projector. This has the features that the 10 needle machine has automatically, where you can place it where you want it. You can see it beforehand where it's going to lay on your fabric inside the hoop here. So we're back to this, and automatic download. You know, we could cut this on and you could automatically do your download this way. The new update is installed, and then you go okay, and then if you want to return, you just go delete, you go okay, and the list, there's different fonts, there's tons of fonts. I guess there's about 23, 24 fonts. There's nice framework that you can do initials in, or if you want to do something different, you can do it. There's other designs in here. This machine goes on and on with information that you can do. This also comes with, if you want to do an embroidery design such as Mickey, and you can do field with quilting of different types. I think there's 10 to 12, and I'm probably wrong when I say that, but right now, while there's 60 months or 72 months, now's the time to purchase your machine. With the machines right now, we're for sure giving you the Luminaire XP playbook. Now, if you decide that you need your manual, I'm a manual girl. Now, Lori and all these folks like to get on here. The manual is on your machine, but you can download on a jump drive the manuals, and you can take it to the UPS store, and they will bind it nicely like this. Debbie Morrison has both of these. I like referring to a manual, and I can put tabs on it, so if there's an area that I need to learn. But this playbook gives you, at your leisure time, to learn this machine at your convenience, not at ours. And that's why, you know, we always include as much information to help you to better utilize your machine that you're purchasing. But, you know, now's the time to upgrade your machine, trade it in, and put this in your home, and yay for you if you get it. And Sue and Lori thanks you this morning. See you next week.